Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And on the hill in this one, Logan Allen. What do we have on him?
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Trent Grisham leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 6-10.
Nope, that's away.
Called strike right there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
And that just misses.
Well, that's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And Judge spoils that one.
We all know Yankee Stadium is a great place for Judge to hit home runs. In fact, his coaches joke and say he can sneeze one out to right. Well, the scary part is it might be true.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. One down, base is empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Cody Bellinger, the next to hit, takes outside. Bellinger getting the start in right, hitting third in the lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And a foul ball. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
2 outs, base is empty. And it remains 2-2. The pitch. That one ripped. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Yankees nothing, Guardians coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Cleveland and towing the slab, Max Fried.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
We go to the bottom of the first. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. And ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. Chopper to second. Chisholm handles, throws to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the Guardians lineup now. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Nolan Jones in the box here lets that one go for a ball. 1 out, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. There's the strike.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Got him looking. Went back to the curb, and it was a smart choice.
Oh, that right there is a nasty front door breaking ball. I mean, those are so tough to stay in on and not give up, because out of the hand, it looks like it's almost going to hit you, and then at the last moment, dips over that inside corner. Really nice pitch.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Jose Ramirez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
That's through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Jumps, throws, safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Manzardo. Over to first, and he's saved. Fastball for a strike. The next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
As a veteran out there on the bump, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. Guardians lead 1. We played an inning, no score. Here in Cleveland, top of the second, here's the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Allen back to work. Fastball is outside.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
And a strike on the outside edge.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. The 1-1 is fouled off. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
The 2-2 on the way. Got him. That K is his third of the game. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe checks over to first, back safely. That one fouled off. Chisholm leads off first with one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Step off throw to first. Chisholm dives back in safely. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Runner on the go. Pitch outside. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Santana. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Yanks lead one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back now at Progressive Field. We head to the bottom of the second. Digging in, Carlos Santana. Max Fried will go to work. Just missed. And another ball.
2-0.
Way outside, and that's ball 3. Fouled off down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. Good job to fight that one off. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Now, Gabriel Arias. That one drifts inside.
1-0.
Freed out of the stretch, fires. And that misses off the outside edge. Rips one to right, and foul ball. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Just missed.
3-1.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Wells hauls it in for the out, and there's one down.
Batting 7th, center fielder Angel
Martinez digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Bellinger in and to his right. He's got it. And there are two down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Austin Hedges stands in. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
Fly ball down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. And now first and second with two outs.
Batting 9th,
here's Ryan Rocchio.
Ryan Rocchio.
I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. Two on, two outs. The 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that skips into there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And there's the ball. Stephen Kwan in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Payoff pitch to the right side. Chisholm tosses to first, and that's the inning. Guardians strand a couple. We'll move to the third with no score. Top half of the third inning. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder Jason Dominguez. Check swing foul. Next pitch is downstairs.
1-1.
And that one is inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side. Santana takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Martinez hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Trent
So the batting
Grisham.
order turns over, and now the center fielder, Trent Grisham, struck out swinging his first time. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Cut on and lifted in the air. Drops into the glove. And that is that. So they go quietly there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. Little chopper rolls foul. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. Fly ball to right. Bellinger pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Now here's Nolan
Jones.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Reached on an infield single his first time. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Cabrera slings to first, and Ramirez is set down. Third out. Offense held in check there. 3 innings complete. No score. Back here in Cleveland, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Aaron Judge. And ball 1 to Judge. Judge, 32 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH.
No,
just missed. Judge rips that one. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, right fielder.
1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 1 so far. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Go-ahead run on base. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Struck out looking at his first at-bat. Ball 1 there.
1-0.
And that one fouled off. Inside, almost got him.
Runner.
Bellinger goes. Swing and a miss. Throw. Safe. Hedges too late.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
He just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off with 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Man on second, 2 down. Right through there for a strike. Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. 1 left for the Yankees, and we're still knotted at 0. Bottom of the 4th. Now it's the DH, Kyle Manzardo.
Kyle Manzardo.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
That to right. Bellinger has this one sized up, nabs it, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Carlos.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Not a surprise he's off to a good start in this one, given he enjoys playing so much at home. Let's see if he can make it 2 for 2.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
And now Gabriel Arias. First time up was a pop out. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Bellinger makes the grab, and that's the inning. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Allen back to work. That clips the corner.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Inside. Going to count 1-2. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Wells in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Hit weakly on the ground. Throw on to Santana. And that quickly
2 away. Now batting, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Now a chance for Jason Dominguez. A switch hitter batting right. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive from his backside, and very nicely done for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. So in now for Cleveland, Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bellinger hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, catcher Austin
Hedges now, and he's already singled in this game. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
One down, base is empty. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one almost got him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And there's a ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's inside, and a good at-bat, ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Rocchio takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And now 2-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. And fouled off. Man at first, one away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just misses with that one.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
Stephen Kwan in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Raced into left. That's a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
So up next, Stephen Kwan, 0 for 2 in this one. Fought off foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Hedges on second. Rocchio at first. 1 gone. And it stays fair. Heading for the plate. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. He'll score, and the Guardians take the lead, and he'll pull into second safely.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Nolan Jones getting ready to hit, and Cleveland on top 1-0. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Yoendris Gomez appears to be getting loose. Hill warming up as well. This one lifted in the air, left field. Dominguez squeezes it. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 2-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And now Jose Ramirez, 1 for 2. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Two outs. This one in the dirt. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. See you later. He crushes that one to center field. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 4-0.
Got on playing with that high fastball, then look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that
pitch. Darren Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Max Fried will give way. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. New pitcher for the Yankees, Yoendrys Gomez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Base is empty with 2 away. And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. That clips the corner. Two down, nobody on. And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. 5 innings complete. Guardians 4 and the Yankees nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. And that is out of play. You think back to 2017 and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. Next offering is in for a strike.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. Right side, hard hit. Throw on to Santana. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Back to the top of the Yankee order. And next for New York, Trent Grisham. Grisham, first-round pick of the Brewers in 2015. And that one upstairs, ball 1. All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. Next one misses. And the count is 3-1.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Judge up for the 3rd time here, watches that one miss. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Next pitch is outside. Outside with a breaking ball.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees. Line drive, base hit, right center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So man aboard. Here comes Cody Bellinger. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Judge, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Paul Sewald getting loose out there. Bybee also throwing. 0-2 now. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Guardians 4 and the Yankees nothing. Back now at Progressive Field, bottom of the 6th inning, and now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Ripped, but it curls foul. That one in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Backed off the plate that time.
Oh, count full.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
And it stays fair. Runner stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Now batting, center
First and second, no outs. Martinez, the next to hit. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher Austin Hedges.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Hedges. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. First pitch misses.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Runners at first and second with one gone. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases loaded with one away. Brian Rocchio now at the plate. And a curve is down and in.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Next offering in there for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Now batting.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. That one close, ruled the ball. 1-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Santana, the runner at third. Arias at second. Hedges at first. 2 out of the inning. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So they're all loaded up. Nolan Jones digs in for the Guardians. And that's way high. And it's 1-0. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Hit in the air left field. Dominguez sizing this one up. He makes the grab, and that is that. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Paul
34.
Sewald.
And bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
First baseman
Goldie steps into the box. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Sewald in his 7th season, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2012. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. That's a little bit low. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Yankees.
And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Up and in, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Inside, just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
1 down, base is empty, and it remains 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That was the sweeper, but it missed. Now a pop-up on the infield. Ramirez. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
2 down, base is empty. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Pitch misses, ball 1. Went with the sweeper for the strike. And that's in the dirt. In the dirt, 3-1. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Wells stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. In the air, right field. Jones pulls it down, and that is that. The Yanks lead 1. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
Now pitching for the
We're
New
back
York
in a
Yankees.
new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ian Hamilton.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but He's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now here is Jose Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
And that one missing low. That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stays alive. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that's the first out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Late swing, foul to the left. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
That's a base hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Santana in the box now. No balls and a strike. Manzardo stands at first with 1 out. Oh, great stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Acrobatic play to get this one started. Determined to get a good flip, and that flip leads to an inning-ending double play.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tanner Bybee.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And fires in a fastball at 95. Bybee. He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success. He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Cabrera in the box again, takes a strike. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Gavin Williams preparing to come on if needed. Herron, the lefty, warming up as well. Got to be clever too when you don't have that lights out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
Next pitch is outside.
1 and 2.
That one missed.
2 and 2.
Got him swinging.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Grisham at the plate and takes high there. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
1-1.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Guardians 5 and the Yankees nothing. And we're back on to the bottom of the 8th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel Arias. Hamilton back to work.
Yes.
And a swing and a miss.
No ball.
Activity in the
1
bullpen
strike.
for the Yankees. Mark Leiter Jr. getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. And that's
1 ball,
outside.
1 strike.
That
2 balls,
misses.
1
Ball
strike.
2. Line drive, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Now batting.
Now it's the switch hitting
Center
outfielder,
fielder,
Angel Martinez. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts.
Martinez.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. And a foul ball. The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
And the 0-2.
1 and 2.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runner at first with no outs here. That one drilled left field. Dominguez makes the grab, 1 down.
Up next for the Guardians, catcher Austin Hedges.
Austin Hedges digs in for the Guardians. Inside, almost got him. Arias, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning.
2-0.
Squirts away a little bit. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a
batting,
reason. You're so
shortstop,
much more likely to get something you can handle. Put a pretty good
Rocchio.
jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
2 on, 1 out. And up next for Cleveland, Ryan Rocchio. That
1 ball,
is
no
upstairs for ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. One now. Into center. Base hit and a run in to score. So digging in, Stephen Kwan.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Next pitch is inside, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
That's the ball.
In the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Double play ball to second. There's one.
He's out.
Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. But they push across 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Guardians 6 and the Yankees nothing. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
Missed with a changeup. 2-1. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Ground ball to the right side. Takes it himself. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Now batting, right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
And here comes Bellinger. And delivers outside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Fouled off left side. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the count is even. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swung on, popped up left side. Rocchio puts it away for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So last chance for the Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Foul ball. They're down to their final strike.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Got it! And that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.